Hello guys, welcome to the channel. I am Shruti and I am going to read out a chapter for you from the book Revolve by khabra. I hope I'm pronouncing her name correctly. Now I don't have the best mic and there are only few things that I'm good at, and one of them just happens to be listening to a lot of ASMR and reading a lot of book. So as I was reading, I decided to read a chapter out to you. Now I don't know how well this mic will capture the voice, the sound, but that being said, I'll read a chapter from our MMC's point of view, who happens to be Thailand and he's a hockey player, but he has been suspended from his hockey game because he was caught doing something inappropriate, consuming something inappropriate, and now he's helping Ciara, who is Olympian. She has won gold medal, but she met an accident while performing it with her partner. So I'll get going. Ciara likes to punish herself, and not in the good kind of way that I can help with. I noticed it in the way she never goes out, or how she never packs a snack to practice. Like she doesn't deserve even the simple pleasure of a protein bar or a plain sandwich. Now seeing her standing there in the middle of my bathroom makes me so inexplicably angry. I don't know what that word is. I can barely look at her. When I went to her dorm to check into her, Scarlett was already heading out to do the same thing. She thought Ciara was at the rink because she never misses dinner. My heart was in the vice until I found her. Here, I hand her a towel, but she doesn't take it. Her gaze warms my face, but I don't look. I can't. I simply can't. If I see her soaked, trembling frame, there is no guarantee I won't find Justin bedroof and bash his fucking face in. Everything she says to me while she stood on that ice made it clear that her mindset is to culmination of all the shitty things she learned while skating with him, that she only as valuable as her performance on the ice. It's bullshit, and I know my anger is heightened because I watched the effing video. I don't want to see her like that, but when Kian played it, I watched a few seconds before nearly breaking his phone. Justin had dropped her. Justin was her last partner. She shouldn't have had to get hurt like that and spend months rectifying it when everyone else just gets to move on. Take it, Ciara, you need to shower or you'll get sick. Here, her voice is raspier than usual, freed by the frustrated scream she let out on the ice. Yes, in my shower. I don't wait for her to respond. Instead, I move forward and towards it, and then the temperature high enough for her. The silence stretches between us, thick and tense. Why aren't you looking at me? Ciara's voice trembles with an edge of hurt. I swallow hard, keeping my gaze fixed on the faucet because I don't want to say the wrong things and watch you retreat into your head. I want you here. What I don't expect is Ciara grabbing my shoulder, yanking me to face her. Her eyes plays with irritation. Is that what you think of me? That I'm some head case? She demands. I don't ask for your help, darling. A sort of emptiness sweeps across her grass-colored eyes like toxic gas, choking the fire they usually hold. You should have, I say roughly, because when I told you I'm here for you, Sierra, you chose to do it alone instead. You chose skating on crappy ice over me. She sighs, absently playing with the wet hem of her sweater, the weight of my words hanging in the air. I just, she deflates like she's letting down a wall. If I'm not perfect, all of it will be for nothing, she says quietly. All the medical bills, the years of training, the Olympics, it means every broken, crumbling, rotten part of me will be worth nothing. She breaks into a sob, her shoulders are shaking from the force of it. I don't ask this time. I pull her right into my arms and she clutches, like literally clutches to him. My t-shirt, the wetness of her tears, warms my shirt and my chest splits wide open. I rub my back. I rub her back, not his. Her back. How can someone rub his or her own back? My bad, you guys. I rub her back. Let it out. I've got you. She sniffles. How do you go from having your health, your career, and your people to losing it all within minutes? My body isn't even there for me anymore. I can't even count on myself. I was at the peak of my career, and now I can't step on that ice without feeling my body break. Her voice cracks on the last word. I've loved this sport for so long, Thailand, but I'm starting to hate it. I hate what it's done to my body. I hate what it's done to my head, and I hate the person it's made me. I always thought winning gold would mean something, and when it didn't, I tried again. But when my head hit the ice, I lost everything. Then I watched it replayed online because no one had the decency to delete the videos. All I am is a curse. She can barely speak through her sobs. Sometimes I feel like the old me is so far from who I am now that I even got the chance to return, I wouldn't recognize her. I pull back to cup her face. You don't deserve any of that, Ciara. I'm sorry you went through it alone. Ciara shakes her head. But I wasn't alone. I'm sorry you thought the people closest to you wouldn't understand. I rectify. Her lips tremble and then her body shakes so uncontrollably. My arms aren't enough to stop it. I feel so effing useless, desperate to make her laugh, to make her feel better. But when she slumps forward and leans on me, I know she trusts me to hold her together. You're still here, Ciara, I whisper, doing it all again with everything you have. And I know you spent your career thinking it's easier to beat it all yourself. But you don't have to anymore, not when I'm here. Oh my god, I need that kind of guy. She doesn't pull away as I gently wipe the tears from her face. I hate crying. You shouldn't, I say softly, my thumb brushing the wetness away, my heart aching for her. You're not supposed to have one emotion at all time. You can cry, it doesn't make you weak. Took me a while to realize that letting it out isn't a bad thing. You thought it was a bad was younger, my mom would hide her tears from me, so I thought it was a secret, something bad that wasn't for others to see. But I know now that's not true. You need, sorry, you don't need to hide from me. I don't want you to think I'm weak. It catches me off guard because I can't understand how she doesn't see how brave she is. I could never think that you're the strongest person I know. Her green eyes are a forest after rainfall, stormy. I started to hate Justin, I would be on bed rest just thinking about how I wished it was him that fell. And I know that's terrible to think, but everything felt so unbearable, inside and out. I wanted him to understand for 1 second what it felt like. I'll be happy. Make him understand what pain feels like. Just say the words. She lets out a watery laugh. I don't think she realizes how serious I am. All she would need to say is yes, and everyone would know exactly how physical I can be. I can't have my partner getting arrested. We still have another competition. After that, then, he asks her. Her smile falters as her gaze locks on mine. A devastating realization setting in. We have to win, darling. There's a lead weight on my throat. We will. She nods like she's trying to believe me over her head this time. So the next time you want to skate like a crazy person, tell me and I'll join you. It's not like you for free, she mutters, pulling back. Shit, I should have told her about hockey. I have been allowed back. So he was suspended from his games, but he has been allowed for a few practices over here and there, but he hasn't informed Ciara about it. But after placing third, I couldn't celebrate that with her when I knew she was hurting. You don't owe me an explanation, she says quickly. I know hockey is important to you. You are important to me. She studies me intensely, as though trying to detect a lie or figure out whether she's heard me wrong. Neither of us speak. Her, because she's grappling with the meaning of those words, and me, because I want them to sink into her stubborn brain. She smiles then. It nearly kills me. There she is again, the girl with the soft, bruised heart. When another shiver rakes through her head, I let go so she can shower. But before I can head out, her hand catches my wrist. The delicate column of her throat moves. Don't you need to shower? If my heart hadn't already stopped, it would right now. Is she offering? If I don't think I can refuse, but I try my hardest to think with my actual head and not the one that stands to attention. Blood rushing south, leaving me blinking. I do. I decide not to mention the 4 others are in the house. Take it with me? Question mark. Ciara steps closer to placing her head on my chest. I don't want to be alone. The words create painful fissures all over my heart, and I stop breathing for a moment. She's been trying to figure it all out herself this entire time, but now she wants me. I need you, darling, she whispers. There's a pang that lodges itself in my chest. No one has ever meant that the way she does. No one who has ever needed me for me. I've heard those words in moments of desperation, lost in pleasure of orgasm, but never like this, never with such vulnerability and certainty. With one swift move, Ciara yanks off her soaked sweater, letting it hit the floor with a wet thud. Her white When her hands press against my chest, it's almost like she tries to soothe and burn that's been living there, like she conceived without me telling her. See how her fingers trail down, testing the boundaries of where she can touch me. I would let her touch me however she wants, with just one word, but that isn't what she needs right now. The water cascades over us, drumming softly against the tile, but it feels distant compared to the thundering pulse of my ear. When I look at her, I can feel my heart trying to pry out my chest. Why did you come find me? She suddenly asked. Because I'm incapable of leaving you alone, even though I probably should. Because we are partners, is what he replies. Hours later, I let her change as I rummaged through the fridge. The guys walk in with pizza just as Ciara emerges from my room, drowning in my shirt and sweats. The waistband rolled at least 4 times to fit. Summer walks in, holding next to Kian, just as cool and Sebastian, 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 Sebastian waves to Ciara and take a box of dining table. Summer and Kian nudge each other and I roll my eyes. Ciara, they both say. Kian's staring at Ciara in my clothes and Summer smiles like she's figured it all out. You know, I have clothes upstairs. Let me know if you need to borrow anything. Summer offers. Then she mouths, tell me everything before heading upstairs to Aiden's room. I was just at your door, Kian says to Ciara. You were, we both ask. Why the hell was he there? I'm in Scarlett's study group, he says cryptically. What were you two doing? Ciara glances at me, so I take the pizza box from Kian. We were watching tapes. He hums an acknowledgement. Isn't it crazy that when I met Dylan, he had scraped his knees in the street hockey and just lay there and cried until his mom came. Ciara pouts at me. It fake sympathy. Isn't it crazy that I met you when you still called her teacher's mommy? I shoot back. These people was hot. I meant to say mommy. Jan shrugs, completely unfazed. I nudge him out of the way and put the plate on the dining table. Summer and Aiden came downstairs too, finding their spot at the table. We are still used to eating together, ever since Ellie ingrained it into us. Ciara comes to sit beside me, and Kian sits on the opposite side of her. Even as he tells her another one of my embarrassing stories, I can only focus on her unrestrained laugh and the fact that I'll do anything to get her that win. Oh my god, I am a big, big, big romance jerky. I can read any kind of rom-com. Now I don't know how well this mic would have captured that voice, but I have really, really loved this book by far. I think that I'll be coming with another chapter of this whispering thing on Sunday, and we'll see how it goes. If you want to help me in any ways, my email address is mentioned below. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Until then, please subscribe so that I can actually get a proper mic and record a lot of chapters. Bye, 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 bye. I'll see you guys on Sunday. Bye.